Good morning, good morning. It is May 15th, right? 15th? Yep. We're out here on Toho once again for a little springtime, almost summertime. Feels like summertime fishing here for us. And we're out here today with Mr. Jackson. He's an actual real client of ours who we're just taking out for fun today. He's been with us a bunch of times and caught a lot of good fish. Never caught a big one, so hopefully today's the one for the big one here for him. Right. Fishing has been pretty insane lately. They're going for my record. They're trying to go for my record. Captain Gaines has been having 70 fish days in 4 hours, and Captain J Mid is still averaging a 7-pounder per trip almost every single trip he's been doing lately. It's been insane. What we've had happen is this is supposed to be our dry season, but we had some serious rain last week. And what that did was just send a bunch of water in the Toho, and now they're letting all that water out at a very high rate. So all those fish are congregating at the moving water areas. And like I said, 40 fish days, 50 fish days, 60 fish days are not uncommon right now, which means a lot of fun. You know, we're running out of bait within the first 2.5 hours, and it's a special time of year. You know, you never know when this kind of stuff's gonna happen, but it's happening right now. Who knows how long it'll last for, but boy, is it fun for anyone who's booking right now. Like I said, Gaines is coming for my record. He's got 76 fish day in 4 hours, which is just, I don't even know how you take that many fish off a hook in 4 hours. But anyway, that's not what we're doing today. We'll save the moving water for another day. We're gonna be doing some frogging, hopefully some frogging, and some just regular kind of stuff today. Regular springtime stuff, flukes, frogs, worms, and a lot of grass. A lot of grass today is what we're gonna be fishing in. So without further ado, we're gonna go and take off and see how we can do it today with Mr. Jackson. All right, here we are to our first spot. We're gonna start out with the frogs, see if I can't get some hits on the frogs. You know, they're always moody with frogs out here. A lot of what we're fishing though is just topped out vegetation. If you watch the Major League Fishing tournament out here, where Jordan Lee absolutely destroyed them on top water, that's kind of what we're doing, just a different type of grass. If you look around, the grass is topped out everywhere and there's fish all the way throughout there. That's mainly what we're gonna be targeting today. Like I said, we'll see if we can get the frog bite to work. It is bluegill spawning season right now, and there's just bluegill everywhere out here. So we're getting a lot of topwater blowups you'll see throughout the day.
What are you doing? I'm gonna try chatterbait. Chatterbait. There we go, first one. Come on, finally. You know, you go for
No, I'm just gonna flip him. He's a little guy, but he's our first guy.
Nice.
Something to bring back the nerves.
Skunk remover.
Yep. Like, he's got holes all over his mouth. We're fishing right where I guide every day, and these fish get beat up, but apparently they're not too pressured because we still got them.
Yeah.
On the fluke with the Permalock hook, this thing is pretty awesome. You know, we love our flukes. We love our flukes weighted though, me and AJ, or especially AJ. And we'll be putting a nail weight inside of those flukes, but your bait keeper is a weight. You know, this is only my second day using it, but it's been working pretty good. I'll have to make a separate video on our fluke rigs and whatnot, but that might be the ticket there. So we'll see. Small fish, first fish. Gave up on the frog pretty quickly after missing 2 on it, and kind of regretting it because I'm seeing topwater blowups everywhere, but we're still early. We're still gonna keep on rolling. Okay. Grab that real quick. All right, here we go.
Wacky rig or
Fluke, wacky, that's swim jig. All right, well, I think sometimes, look at that, there's a fish moving right there. Hardest part about fishing, or most annoying thing about fishing sometimes is, it is thick here too. There's a fish moving right there. I don't know if that's a bass or not. Hardest part about fishing though is it's never about what you want, it's about what the fish want. And sometimes, you know, you get a game plan and say, hey, I want to throw a frog today, and the fish do not agree with that. There's another one, there's one. As soon as we got here, oh, get the net, get the net, get the net, get the net. Get the net.
Oh, nice one. Oh my god.
The hardest part
First cast.
the hardest part about fishing is it's not about what you want, it's about what the fish want. And we just made a move, and
tank.
that's how it's done right there, man. I wanted them to bite on the frog. I wanted them to, but they didn't want the frog. They wanted the fluke. I don't know if you saw, I don't know if the video could see it, but that fish was actually kind of waking on top of the water and went straight for it. And that, my friends,
Where's your scale?
is how it's done. We'll get it set up in a second here, but man, that's a good fish. That right there just brought us back into the game, man.
Okay. I'm gonna go, she's skinny. I'm gonna go
6'11".
6'11". I was gonna go 7. Okay.
Yeah, I thought she was 7. She's got the body of a 7 all day long, man, but she's just so skinny, that poor thing. And there you have it right there, man. She's 7 pounds all day, but man, if you look at her, she's just skinny as can be, man. That mouth is giant. But shoot, man, that just goes to show, man, like we said, you make one little move into your day. I had a whole game plan for the pepper grass and fishing that topped out stuff with the top water. That's not what the fish wanted to do. They wanted flukes on the pads, man, and that's what we just went to, and we'll let her go and keep on moving. Now that's that Permalock hook with the KVD, I forget what color it is. The first time using KVD flukes, man, and second time using those Permalock hooks, and they're working for us. So we're gonna keep the ball rolling and hope to see if we can get Jackson one now. Start looking like, you know, that fish, you know, 7.5 pounds, possibly pushing 8 during spawn all day long, with how big that mouth was. But you know, she's skinny. She's skinny and unhealthy right now. It's kind of a letdown looking at a fish like that. But boy, I'm glad I caught it. I'm definitely glad I caught it. You know, your big advantage this time of year is consistency. Consistency and just having good fish catching days, which we are having definitely now.
There's fish out here in the open too. That's a fish.
There we go. I'm looking the other direction. That one's got the rod pulled out of my arm, man. Another fish for us on the flukes. Looks like we're relying on the flukes today. Jackson just had a pretty good one hooked up there a second ago, and that sucker came off, but that's all right. He'll be our number 3. Here it goes. Pickerel. Where did he? Oh man, we're really gonna run out of flukes here.
You know what they say about pickerel? It's -3, so you're
-3.
We're back to even actually.
Yeah. Hey, it's a fish that bit today, and that's what I'll take, man. It's a slightly slower day, and we're kind of turning it back around there. He's a trash fish, but boy, did he hit it like a rocket. So I ain't gonna complain about him.
Sean.
There we go. Nice, 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 nice. Sweet. So that's another one in the boat for the fluke.
Might be where it's at today.
Yeah, we'll take him.
Alan Jackson, George Strait.
Sean.
Another one? 2 in a row, 2 in a row. Nice. On that fluke, man. Yeah, he'll do. Talk about Florida's #1 fish catcher, and you hear different things between me, AJ, and Gaines. For me, it's that Senko. For AJ, he believes it's the fluke all day. And then Gaines, he says it's the speed worm for him. And I feel like a combination of the 3 is like your holy trinity of Florida bass fishing. There's a fish right there in front of me. Take 3 rods to any lake. Fluke, speed worm, and Senko, and you're looking to have a good day. You're gonna catch fish, because no matter what, one of those baits is gonna be working. Like where we're fishing right now is very thick, so you know my tried and true, the Senko is not gonna work as good here. This fluke kind of glides over all this. There's another one. Look at him go. Skiing. How many do we have now?
I'm at 2. Is that your 5th one?
I think this is my 5th one, so we have 7.
Yeah.
We went from, we're gonna be able to make a video today to changing spots and absolutely whacking them. The average size has been a little bit smaller. But hey, with that almost 7-pounder we got, we know there's bigger fish in here, so we'll keep on rolling with them.
Yeah. That was cool. I actually saw him come up and eat it.
Yeah,
Kinda neat.
they're still hungry here in the old nursery.
All right, 3 to 5.
3 just died to me, man.
Really?
Yeah, Hardy. Hang on. I don't know, Hardy, talking about musicians, got another dink in the boat. It is, I mean, we could probably keep running this stretch back and forth and catch 30, 40 fish. But we are gonna leave this pretty soon because we wanna find something better. Yeah, that was number 10 there, or 9 or 10, I'm not, yeah, I think 10.
Yeah, 9, I think yours was 10.
It is 8:01 right now. 8:01, we've only been fishing for about an hour and 30 minutes. And that first 30 minutes went pretty bad, so really effectively an hour of fishing, and already got 10 in the boat. Average size is kind of smaller, and it is dead flat and getting hot, so I don't even know if we're gonna truthfully make it to 4 hours today, but we shall see. If we can start getting onto a bigger bite, we'll definitely be staying out here longer. That is the one thing I always tell people this time of year, as we start moving into summertime, it's getting hot. Your best bite is, your bite's gonna be on fire in the early morning. Once that sun really picks up, you get around 10:30, 12, 11, 10:30, 11, it starts to get rough. So I really truthfully don't recommend a trip over 4 hours in the summertime. I mean, you could go 6, but man, are you gonna cook. The thing is though, you're catching a pile of them quick. And that's the best part about it. You know, you're catching what you would catch normally in an 8-hour trip in the first 4 hours, just because that bite window is so condensed down. It's gonna be so good.
Fishing goes. You do everything right. Come on, man.
That's not a 1-pounder. It is a 1-pounder. I don't know what it is. Let me see. It ain't a bad one. It's a fish on a new bait. Oh, thank you. Fish.
Good. That's a good.
Yeah. Well, it's a fish on something different than a fluke as well, man. That's a nice thing. Chatterbait, man, has been the hot bait lately. It's been the hot bait. It's not a dink fish, so we'll see. Look at his mouth there. Got a leech in his mouth. Poor thing. Let me see if I can get that out of there. I'll have to get the pliers. We get these leeches in their mouths, and you know, I don't think it really hurts the fish, but I mean, it can't be nice, so I'll just pull that sucker out of there and get him on his way. On the old chatterbait. Yep, number 12 for us. Sweet, on the fluke. Staying true to the fluke.
Fluke doing work.
Yep. Not a pickle.
Oh, is that a pickerel? Little hot dog.
It's the last thing I want to bite my $18 chatterbait. Yeah, we get a lot of these guys. Variety of fish, you know. I'm okay with the variety. A lot of people from Canada, and I wouldn't say Canada, UK, Australia, they like catching all the different types of fish in the lake. Canadians have a way bigger version of these, so they could probably care less. They got their pikes. But all right, there we go. I think we are, it's time to call it. It is time to call it. We've only fished for about 3.5 hours, but that dead flat that we had in the morning never left us. It's still dead flat out here, clear blue skies. It's getting hot. It's getting hot out here in the summertime in Florida, man. So we ended up catching 14 fish today. Not bad, especially with the 611 kicker that we had. The fish definitely didn't do what I wanted them to do today. I wanted to come out here and throw a frog and get blown up in that pepper grass. We couldn't get more than one fish to connect in the pepper grass. Had a few hits on the frogs early, but definitely not what I wanted to see. And I think a lot of that had to do with the no wind. We definitely came back hooking that big one and then going on that little run for an hour, about an hour and a half straight of just straight catching fish down that lily pad line. Switched over to another spot and caught them there pretty good too. We won't show all the fish I missed over there, but I did miss a bunch. So I'm kind of looking forward to going back to that spot. And there's a little glimpse of summertime fishing for you guys in Florida here, man. It's one of my favorite times to fish just because it's so consistent with the bite. But it does, you know, you get conditions like this and it can kind of hurt you, you know, the no wind at all and the clear blue skies. So, but that's all we have for you guys today. So I'll end off with a till next time on AJ's Bass Guides. See you guys.